Hello.
Hi guys.
How are we?
Hi friend.
Hi, friend.
Today is all about friends.
Today is about friendships.
Very excited for this one. You can go so many ways about friendships. There's a lot of different types of friends.
Yeah.
You can talk about good things about friendship, toxic friendships, backstabbing.
Backstabbing.
I
I
wanna
want to
hear it all.
hear all about the juicy.
Same.
I hope it's juicy today.
Yeah. We have talked a lot about our friendship before. I think it was on episode
The
1.
first one, yeah.
Yeah, the first one. We have a buddy today here. Have like a
fly.
that is
Yeah.
annoying me. By the way, that's not a friend, not a friend of ours. But yeah, we covered mostly everything about our friendship. So I don't even know if I have anything to add.
We explained how we met.
Explain how we met.
Explained for how long we've been hanging out together and doing stuff together. So yeah.
Yeah, I think we covered that. Besides work, we also hang out in friendly occasions. So yeah, we're friends.
We're friends.
So I guess today we are gonna touch on a lot of different topics, and some of them might relate to us as a friendship.
For sure.
Who knows? But yeah, we have prepared a lot of things for this episode.
Yeah. Should we dive in the first one, like right away?
So we're gonna address a couple of scenarios and see what we would do on certain situations.
Yeah.
So yeah, should we jump into that right now
Let's do
to
it.
break the ice?
Let's do it. Let's break the ice.
Hi, this is Iris,
And this is Sophia.
and you're listening to Undress.
So the first scenario is you're a part of a close group of friends who have a group chat to stay connected all the time. The other day, you were with a friend from that group and you see a notification pop up on their phone from a smaller group that includes the other friends of the group, but you're not a part of that group.
Ooh, backstabbing.
Would you say something or would you just let it go?
That's a tough one. Me personally, I have a lot of group chats, but it's not my closest friends. I have like, I don't know, one for like the family,
Yeah.
another one for like, I don't know, people of work. I have another one for like the dance, but it's not like my
Yeah.
closest friends. But if I did, I would feel very betrayal by
Very
that.
betrayed, yeah.
Yeah. But I think I would be so mad and decide that those are not good friends for me anymore. I don't think I would confront.
Yeah.
I'm too like
Yeah.
proud. I think I have too much proud to do that. I'll feel like so betrayed. I don't want to like say anything.
Yeah.
I would feel humiliated. Like, do you need to have me like out of the group? But imagine if it's like for a surprise.
That's the thing. And also, like, for instance, I have a group of friends from high school. And we have this big group,
Yeah.
chat, WhatsApp group, whatever. But like in the meantime, one of them moved to Lisbon and the other one moved to like Algarve. After all this happened, like we tried to organize stuff and they wouldn't be able to come because they weren't in Porto. So we started to create smaller group chats.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, another girl went to Lisbon. So now sometimes we're only like 3 in Porto. And actually, even the last week, we created a new group for like just to organize a dinner.
Oh yeah,
So I think that's different.
yeah. I can see
I think
that
I would
happening.
need like some context. Like if I was with someone and they had
see.
a group, like I would be like, what are you talking about in
Yeah.
that group? Like why?
I think
Am I
it's
not
totally
on it?
normal to make like a small group just to talk about a
Yeah,
dinner. I do
exactly.
that a lot. But I don't know. It never happened to me that I have like this fixed group
Yeah.
of friends, like a group chat of imagine like 6 friends. And then
Yeah.
I realized there is like a group with 4
Yeah.
and leaving me out, or I don't know. Just me and my friend, me and my boyfriend. I don't know. I'll feel a little bit betrayed. But yeah, you can confront to get some kind of an information.
I think I would ask.
But imagine just how we would say it, like, oh, I just saw this. So you have a group? I just saw this pop up.
I think if they were like my best friend, like my closest friends, I think I would be like super honest. I would be like, are you talking to them in another
Yeah.
group? Like why
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
depending on the answer, right? If you feel
Yeah.
like they are trying to hide something, maybe
Yeah.
you'll be mad.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Guys, I realized that I'm always saying for sure on our
Yeah,
podcast.
true.
And now I just said it, and I'm aware that I said it, so I'm going to try to say it less.
I think you should just say it, because if
Yeah.
you think about it, it's going to be worse.
I know.
I think I say it too. It's because the other one is right, so for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
So yeah, we all agree that we would say something maybe if we were super close to them.
Exactly. Yeah, probably just...
If not, maybe we just let it go.
ask. Tense.
Hashtag awkward. Do you want to read the next one?
Yes. All right. So for this next one, you have two groups of friends. One is from high school and you have been friends for a long time now. And the other group is from university or college, which is more recent.
Mm-hmm.
Last Saturday, you celebrated your birthday with those two friend groups. And two girls of each group went along really well. After that, they started to hang out more and plan various things to do without you. Nervous laugh. How do you react? Do you feel betrayed? Do you feel friendship jealousy? Or are you okay with it?
I think the natural thing would be maybe to organize something, the three of us first, right?
Yeah.
Like to go straight to hang out with her, like straight away, and just like ignore me, just like exclude me from it all. It would be a bit, I would feel
awkward.
They don't care about me anymore.
Same.
I don't know.
I think like the mature thing to do would be to be fine with it, but
Yeah.
I can't lie. Like
No.
I feel it,
For sure,
friendship
yeah.
jealousy, because it's like you said, maybe if there is something that you've seen grow during the time, so you're always hanging out with both groups and putting them together, that eventually there's gonna be bonding between them.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe sometimes we would even hang out like a smaller group of 4 or 5, and they would talk more there, and they would like realize that they have like things in common.
Exactly.
Maybe
like
I would
connection.
be like, oh, okay, that's nice. That's cool for them.
But after one,
But yeah,
Your
but after
birthday
my
dinner?
birthday, yeah, that would be like a bit of a backstabbing thing. Like,
yeah, I think too.
Yeah.
I would be a little mad for sure. For sure. I would be a little mad. And also, there's a lot of things in this scenario that I would like to dive in. First, the thing about connecting groups, which bothers me a lot.
yeah.
It's so hard sometimes. That's why we're talking about marriage the other day, and
Yeah.
that scares, maybe because I have social anxiety. Sometimes I feel it's very hard the first time you introduce two groups,
Yeah.
because you need to give attention to both.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's a group that acts up a little and be a little bit like almost mad because you're giving attention to another
Really?
one.
You've had that before?
Yeah, I feel the tension.
Everybody wants you. Everybody wants peace.
I don't know if it's just like me, but maybe they feel a little left out. I think it's so hard to have like a balance. So what I try
Yeah.
to do in those situations, and come on, my friend groups are like 3 groups of 3. But even so, I in my mind, I think I need to give attention to the one that is less familiar, so the most
Yeah.
recent one. But yeah, I find it hard to join groups sometimes, but
I think
I
so
do it a
too.
lot.
Yeah. I feel like I'm a person that sometimes I have like different vibes and different groups of vibes, you know?
You like adapt.
Yeah. And I adapt to them a lot. For instance, I have a group of friends that I don't talk about fashion at all. And like we don't talk about my work, and because we are friends from like uni, so we have different conversations, and then
I
we
see.
have, I don't know. And then sometimes it's weird if I imagine them all together.
Yeah.
Maybe they would get along. I had like a birthday where I put like lots of people together, and they got along. But sometimes it's like, are they gonna like each other? Are they gonna
see.
go like the same with like family, meeting other family? You know,
It's so
we
hard.
talked about
You
that
talk about,
before,
like boyfriend family,
boyfriends' families. Yeah,
meeting your family.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. I think it's hard because you're the reason those people have to
Yeah.
bear each other, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's like your father, mother-in-law with your parents, you made that bonding happen. So it's like a forced bonding.
Yeah.
But yeah, although I feel it's weird, especially with parents. With parents, I think it's very weird. But although I feel it's weird, I do it a lot. I realize I'm the person who like
Puts together people.
everyone.
Yeah.
Like, I think you know this because we work together, and I feel you know like everyone in my life
that's
already.
true. That's true.
I think it's because I was always that person who invites people. Okay, there's another subject, because I think there's people who bring people home and people who go to the home of others. Like, for example, my boyfriend, he never really had that. He never really brought many friends home. So I think there's always, I don't know if that's personality wise or if it's just like within your friend group, usually there's one house you all hang out with, and the person from that house gets to be like welcoming, and then it becomes like a personality trait. So I don't know if that's what happened to me, but I'm that person.
Yeah.
I'm that person who puts all the friends together. So although it's weird, I do it, and they need to bear each other sometimes.
I think it's
for
good.
me.
I think it's good. I think it's a good trait to have. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I always feel very welcoming in your home.
Thank you.
And I have like a new place. And you went to my place once. I hope I was a good host
You
too.
were, and your house is really pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Your house
thank you.
is dope. You need to do like you need to show your house one day in a vlog or something.
Maybe.
I think they would like to see. I think that also might play a part in it, like maybe living alone or having parents in it, make you more inviting or not. But even so, I think in a birthday party, at least, you should put everyone together because they are there to celebrate you.
Yeah.
So even if they don't really connect between them, who
Yeah,
cares?
Yeah,
Just
for sure. Months ago, I went to this big birthday party and I only knew the girl and another friend. And I just had the best time also because she sat me next to her and next to the other friend, and we just had a good time. I talked to new people.
Yeah, that's very important too. Yeah.
Good way of knowing people also. So yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's harder to make friends when you get older. Because when you're like in school, you have like
your class. And like your class is almost like your friends.
Yeah, they are your age more or less. They have like similar interests. So when you get older, you start isolating more. So it gets harder. So you can use those moments, birthday parties or events where you don't know the other group to make friends. So just like the scenario, you might connect with someone from the other groups.
Yeah.
But please invite your friend who connected you.
Don't forget, in the beginning, and talk to them. Maybe like, oh, I'm thinking of asking blah blah
Exactly.
to do something. Is that okay? Like, I don't know.
Exactly. I think it would be the correct thing to do, at least on the first date.
Yeah.
But then if you connect, it's just gonna be a new friendship.
But yeah, it's really hard to, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know how we would make friends now. Like,
so hard.
Especially when we have our job, because we don't work in a company. And even like my boyfriend, like he works from home.
Yeah.
Making new friends now, I think it's impossible. Maybe if you join a sport or something. I don't know.
Or like a gym, it might help.
Yeah.
What I realized, I don't know if you feel the same, but I feel like we are deviating now a lot from the scenario, but there's something I thought now and I want to talk about, which is you have these friends that you connect during certain periods of your life. So imagine you're in school, so you're gonna hang out with people from school, then college, work. That's like the environment when you get to make a friend. But sometimes those people who come to your life have like zero things in common with you. It can happen. I have friends who have like different tastes completely, right? But sometimes you meet people on the street or I don't know, you go to a restaurant and you see like a waiter, whatever, and you feel like, oh my God, this person like must have the same interest. Maybe he's wearing like a t-shirt from something you like that's very peculiar, and you feel like, this could be like my best friend ever, but it's never gonna happen because we are just not connected. I feel there must be people in the world with much similar interests to mine than my own friends, but it's so hard
to get to those people.
Yeah, to get to. And sometimes it might not even be a match.
It's not gonna add anything to you, right?
Yeah, probably it's gonna be like you
talking to yourself.
Talking to yourself.
It's like, oh my god, I love that. Oh my god, me too.
Imagine.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I do think that some friends, I don't think everyone experiences this, but I think that some friends can also be like your soulmate. Like sometimes even more so than your other half, like your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever. I do think that.
Yeah, I was talking with my boyfriend about that the other day because I feel the connection we have, like I have with him, things that I would like more from each friend in able to create like my soulmate.
Yeah.
But maybe that's it. Maybe since I have him, there's other friend that would be like the perfect match. That if you spend like 24 hours on 24 hours will be always the perfect match and you don't need anything else from him. But maybe it's because we also spend a lot of time nurturing.
Yeah.
Because you need to feed the relationship. So it might be it. Might not be just like the magic spark.
Yeah.
It's just like the time that you put on.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. And also another interesting thing that you said, I think friendships also need to be nurtured as much as a like romantic relationship.
I would say for sure, but I'm not gonna say yes. Yes, they do.
I think it's really normal to put other things first, like your job, your boyfriend, whatever it is. But I think that if you don't check up on your friends regularly, if you don't say like, oh, let's go for dinner, let's go to the movies, whatever, I think it's hard, and that it's gonna die eventually.
True.
I think so.
Yeah, I think the same. Exactly like I was saying, maybe that person can be your soulmate, but the time you dedicate to your boyfriend is like a lot. Like we are living with them right now. So if you live with one of your friends, I think you'll eventually adapt so much. It's gonna go either way, or it becomes super toxic and bearable, or you're gonna adapt in a way that you're almost soulmates if you live with someone. Because it's the same with parents and family. I feel like sometimes I think if I would be a friend of my family if they weren't my family. And I think maybe some people in my family, I wouldn't, I don't know, because it couldn't be a match. But like the fact that you need to spend time with that person, you eventually adapt.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
However, I also think it's really cool and it's a very good sign when you don't need to always be in touch with a friend to like go back later and feel like nothing changed. I think that's also very good. Yeah.
Those are the best friendships.
Yeah. And sometimes I have that with a friend of mine. We'll have like super busy lives. Like she has her thing, I have my thing. But then out of a sudden we just take a trip together. Like, I went to Barcelona with her and it's the best. And it's like nothing changed. We just catch up on those days. But sometimes we spend like 2 weeks without talking. So I think that's also a very like healthy sign and a good sign.
Those are my favorites because I'm not very good. I think I'm good at nurturing the friendship in that way that I was talking about, like inviting to my home and like be super open with my life, making people like really come in. But at the same time, I'm not very good at texting back and those,
I'm
like
the same.
Like small talk.
When I was in high school, I would love to always be texting and like
now
talking.
It's unbearable.
Now it's the opposite. Now it's the weekend and I just want to like not touch my phone and just be in the couch watching a movie. But if you want to come over to my house, I can spend like hours talking to you. So yeah, I think.
And I hate the process of trying to schedule a date or when it's too much like, I need to check this. So let me see. Maybe in the next, let's not make this hard. It's like a date. It can be like a coffee.
Yeah, and
5
it can be
minutes.
like 2 weeks from now. Like, but let me know, and I
Yeah,
can just
exactly.
put it on the calendar, and we
Exactly.
can make it
If
happen.
it's too much work, that's why I have just a few friends, I think. Because if it's too much work, or if people are very like clingy and very needy of me, I think I'm gonna walk out of the friendship eventually, or like distance myself eventually. Yeah, those are the best kind of friendship. When I have like a friend from high school already, that after high school, she always lived abroad. She didn't even like finish high school with me. So we were only like, I think 1 or 2 years together in high school, maybe one actually. And it's one of my best friends, and we have met in like 5 different countries already.
That's so cool, though.
It's so cool, and every time that I meet her, it's like I'm so comfortable. One time she came to my place, like she visited here, and she stayed like in my room, but it's rare. It's rare.
very rare, but it's good when it happens, and those are the ones that you shouldn't let go.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And it's never too late to make friends. I think it can be hard. I can even imagine if you get, like when you get even older, like with kids, and we see people having divorce, divorce, and then being so afraid to jump in a relationship because they don't even know how to make like a friendship to begin with, because it's so hard.
It's really hard, because even imagine, I was saying, okay, we have this job, there are people that work from home, okay, maybe they need to go to the gym, but imagine that you get along with someone at the gym, okay, he helps you with your push-ups, whatever.
So you need help.
Like, how do you go from that to, do you want to have coffee, you know?
Yeah, like the small encounters on your day to day, how to evolve those.
Yeah,
I
and
think
like,
now it's all social media. I think that's how I would.
True.
I would say, like, do you have an Instagram? And then, because I feel I'm more comfortable.
Yeah, me
hitting
too.
up people.
I think so too. Because I always think maybe he already has his group of friends and he doesn't want more. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's very awkward in the beginning, right? It's like a romantic relationship.
Yeah.
How do you evolve that? In the beginning, it's very cringe.
Yeah.
But with romantic, sometimes like nighttime, right?
Yeah.
You're like, might hang out with the person. But with friends, it's like harder. That's another thing. How do you, if you have like a friend that's a guy, like a new friend, he's gonna think you're gonna hit on him, but it's just like, I'm just looking for a friend.
I'm just looking for a friend, sorry. Yeah, that's the thing. You would have to be a girl, otherwise you maybe, I don't know, it's so hard.
It's hard. And even if it's a girl, she might like girls. She might
True,
be
imagine. She'd be like, oh my God. Just hit her up. Yeah, it's really hard. And I also think it's really hard to to evolve a friendship, you know? Okay, imagine you go have coffee, and then you go have coffee again. And then, like, I think it's hard to go from that to being like besties.
Yeah, it's hard.
I think it's really hard.
Yeah, you're probably like my newest friend if I think about it.
Yeah, you're
right?
Mine too. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think we would evolve our relationship this much if we are every day together.
Exactly.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Because if it was just work, I had friends from work when I was working at a corporate job, and I don't maintain it.
No.
Because it was like friends from that occasion. So yeah, unless you do the big jump where you invite to your birthday and house and all that, unless you do that, it's not gonna
evolve.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And sometimes if you move out of the job, it's like,
bye.
bye.
Never see you again. I only talk to you because we work together. Yeah, it's so hard.
It's very hard. Okay, should we undress another one?
Let's do it. So, this one is juicy.
Can't wait.
You have a group of friends and one of your BFFs has a boyfriend. One day, you're hanging out with another friend from that group and you notice that the boyfriend is texting another girl that is not the girlfriend. Oh my God. So the question is, what do you do? Would you communicate the situation to your friend? Would you talk to the other girl that is talking with boyfriend?
Because they are both your friends, right?
Yeah, they are both.
It doesn't specify like which one is more of a friend, right? It's like two of your best friends. Oh my gosh. that is hard because you kind of owe something to both because they are both your friends. So if your friend was the girl with a boyfriend and just her, it would be obvious that you would go tell her. But if your friend, like true friend, was the other one, I think it would be obvious that you're gonna talk with the other one. But since they are both your friends,
Both
like on
your
an
friends.
equal level,
I think I would go first to the girl that was texting the other girl's boyfriend.
to see
And I would be like, what the fuck did I see
yeah,
on your phone?
yeah,
Because imagine if she tells you, look, yes, we've been talking, but I'm gonna tell her like tomorrow.
you're gonna let her do the talking.
Like it's not my place. But then if 3 days pass by and she doesn't tell her, maybe I would tell the other girl.
But imagine the answer is like, yeah, I know, but I kind of like him and how this makes me feel.
No, I'm gonna tell on you.
Yeah.
You know,
It's hard because they are both your friends if they both like him. Like you're
no, but like you need to
Yeah.
have some integrity if you want to be my friend.
same. Especially if they are friends within each other.
Yeah,
Because if they are from two different groups, the friend who is receiving the text doesn't have like anything to say to the other one. It doesn't feel like responsibility,
No,
maybe.
exactly.
Right? But if they are friends between them, it's like a betrayal.
yeah.
So it's hard. This scenario can go
It's
many
really
ways.
hard. We can go so many. Yeah, we
Right?
can go
I think
so
it
many
depends
ways.
on a lot of different things.
And
I would-
imagine if she says, "Oh, he's gonna break up with her soon."
Oh my God, that wouldn't be my friend anymore. Like, girl, you're talking
Savage.
savage. But yeah, I think you're right. I think the right thing to do here is to talk first with one that is receiving the messages to kind of see where her head is at,
Yeah.
what she wants to do. And depending on the answer, you take your own action. And yeah, for sure, let the other girl know.
I think so too.
But there's another way to this scenario.
But there's a spin-off to this.
There's a
Because then it says, imagine if you were the person who has a boyfriend and you found out about the situation. You would find out that the girl was receiving the messages and that the other girl knew and didn't tell you right away.
Oh my God. First of all, the boy is gone.
The boy is gone. Bye.
Gone boy.
Boy, bye.
Boy, bye. So we fixed that.
Yeah.
Now, regarding the two ladies,
The two ladies.
I think they would be a bye-bye to both.
I think so too.
If the one who knows didn't tell me. But it's tricky because back then we said that we might talk with the one that is receiving the messages first. So in the meantime, the other one can
know.
be aware and
I think
that we are.
in that case, if I was the girl that talked to the girl that told me that,
Oh yeah.
if the girl found out and she would be like, "What the hell? Like, why didn't you tell me?" I think I would be honest with her and I would like, "Look, I did talk to her and she told me that she was gonna tell you. That's why I waited. Otherwise, I wouldn't have waited."
Yeah.
And I would just like, fingers crossed, she would forgive me. But I think she would be on her right to be pissed.
Yeah, I think
But
so.
maybe not in a long term with me.
Yeah.
Of course, with the girl that was texting.
Yeah, because I think it's fair you give the chance to the person to go talk for
Yeah.
themselves. But yeah, I understand that the person would be so pissed, like, come on, how do you know like something so important that
no,
will
of
make me
course.
break with my boyfriend and you waited like 3 days.
Yeah.
Like,
And
if you're my best.
by the time you find out, you would be so pissed that you just want to like tell everyone to fuck off.
Yeah.
So I think it's normal to just be
And
mad
also,
at everyone.
I'm like the worst at keeping secrets. So I don't know how I would react. I think I might be so nervous with that information on my hands that I might not be able to wait 3
Yeah.
days. I might just go.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't be able to hang out with her. Like,
Yeah,
during that
until-
time. Yeah. I'd be
Thank
like,
God we don't have
did you
this type
tell
of
her yet?
drama."
Did you tell her yet?
How about now?
How about now?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't like that messy drama stuff.
No,
if
me
that happened
neither.
in my friend group, I would be so nervous.
It's really tense.
Oh my God, I don't know if I'm really talking about shit. Okay. Once I had this information about a couple that I know very well. And I got this info because Because the girl from the relationship was talking with another friend of mine. So it's something very similar.
And how did you find out? From the other friend?
Yeah.
Oh my
The other
God. That's very
friend.
similar.
But since
And they were
didn't-
dating, the other two?
the other two were dating.
And she was talking to another friend of yours.
Yeah. And since they have like no relationship between them, they are both my friends, but they have like no connection.
So they met because of you?
They never even met.
They was just talking like,
To the end.
wow. And it was just a coincidence that you were the common denominator? Wow.
Yeah. It was tense because I didn't know what to do because they seemed like such a happy couple and I didn't have much. I wasn't that close to them to be all like up in their business. So I talked with a bunch of people who advised me not to say anything because I wasn't too close with them. They are not together anymore, obviously, because it was toxic AF.
Yeah.
I don't like to be involved. I prefer not to know those type of things because you really don't know how to act.
I don't
Crazy.
think I had anything like that. Not that I remember.
So next one, you and your bestie share the same passion in life.
We do.
And recently, she shares with you that she found this amazing work opportunity, but there is only one shot at it. Basically, only one job opening. All right? She tells you that she's going to apply to that offer, and suddenly you get very interested because you didn't know that opportunity was available. So you just discover as soon as she tells you. And since you share the same passion, you would love to apply as well. Oh my gosh. Would you tell your friend that you would love the same opportunity and will apply either way and basically leave up to fate who gets the job? Or do you assume that's your friend's shot since she discovered it and move on until a new opportunity comes to you?
It was her who discovered it, right?
Yeah, so you heard the opportunity through her for the first time. Like you're
Okay.
talking and she's like, I'm so excited. I saw this job opening. There's only one shot at it. I'm going to try.
Yeah.
But you're like, oh my God, I love
Like
this
I wanted
opportunity
to
too.
yeah. I think I would talk to her, to you.
And
I would
say
talk
that
to you.
you want to apply too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would be like, if you don't feel comfortable, like I'm not going to do it.
I would have the same, I think, with work. And even if it's like a passion, because a passion can be something that's not work too, right?
Yeah.
It can be like
Dancing,
dancing,
for you,
whatever.
yeah.
If you know that person shares exactly the same passion and you're kind of afraid to be against in the same position because you're going to be both going to the same position. If you're afraid of that, I think you should hold on to that information because you know that friend has the same passion. So if you're okay with sharing, it's obvious that the other person might want to try it too. Just even if it's a sport, imagine you're both swimmers and you go and say like, oh, this opening to this team and I really want to go, and your friend is also a swimmer. The probability of he wanting to do the same thing is big. So I think the biggest dilemma is actually to the person that got the shot because your friend shares the same passion. But at the same time, if you're confident in your skills, you shouldn't be like too afraid to go against your friend in the same and
to
leave
be
it up to
honest,
fate.
if it was like between me and another friend, and if I didn't get it, I would be happy that the one getting it was my friend and not some random.
Yeah, if it's just against the two of you, it'd be a happy outcome either way.
Okay, that's it for undressing the scenarios. This was fun.
I love the
Very
scenarios.
interesting.
I have something I want to ask you.
Okay.
How do you feel about your boyfriend having a bestie from the opposite sex? And does he have one? That's
No.
the first question.
No.
He doesn't. Mine neither.
And luckily,
I have my answer.
My
Thank you so much.
my boyfriend's never had a girl best
Luckily.
friend. I know this is so bad. I know it's really bad, but I don't know. Let me explain. I think if I knew this guy, and imagine he would be always like talking about her. Okay, oh, you really
That would be so weird.
yeah, but like imagine as in friend, as in, oh, you really need to meet her. She's so cool, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then we meet. And then I really like her. And then I see that she's not a threat, you know?
I see.
I think in that case, like if I see that she's really not remotely interested in
right.
him, I think I would be chill. But I don't know, you know?
Yeah,
It's really weird.
I know. Actually, like I was saying that mine doesn't have, but he has a bestie, but
It's your bestie as well.
It's my bestie as well, and she doesn't like men.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it doesn't
That's
count.
good.
I think we are talking about having maybe like a bestie. Maybe it's not like from the opposite sex either. It's like a bestie who likes men. So
Yeah.
he or she might like your boyfriend,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, I feel you on that. I don't know how I would react either.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you said, is how he talks about her.
Yeah.
I think. And how, because I imagine if they have such a close relationship, like she laughs all of his jokes. And
Like,
then
that should be me.
and then you meet her and you can't connect.
Imagine.
So you need to accept because it's his bestie, but like you can see there's like tension. I think my worry on this scenario is that sometimes they can be very, it's not just boys, like everyone can be a little clueless of the
Yeah.
hints. And sometimes that people have like crush on you and you just don't know. So I think that might be it. Maybe, I don't know how it would feel if like, imagine like a brand new relationship where he already has like this bestie that they do everything together.
Yeah.
It's gonna be extra hard for you to become the soulmate
Yeah.
because he already has one.
I think so too.
I don't know how I would react
But
to
at the
that.
same time, I kind of see how it might be healthy for a guy to have like a girl best friend and not only like guys. So it's really
Exactly.
tricky.
Also, if it's a guy, it might be the same if you think about it. If they are very close and do everything together and he prefers to hang out with that guy all the time instead of you, I might be jealous too. Not
Yeah.
because he likes men or women, or he might be straight. They might both be straight. Sometimes not all about like the romantic side.
No.
It's
Sometimes
like-
you just want to spend time together and
Yeah.
you feel that is not giving his time to you the same
So, yeah.
way. Yeah.
more than gender is more like the
Yeah.
time they spend together. If they are already so close,
Yeah.
they don't give like an opening to you. And I feel how the besties, boy, girl, how the friend group reacts to you is very important. You need to feel welcoming, because if they have super strong friend group and you're just a plus one
Yeah.
in all situations, it must be very hard. On those
so too.
situations, I feel like the guy must like distance himself to the group in order for the relationship to work.
To work. Yeah.
And
I
you
never
see
had
that a
that.
lot. There's a lot of people who start dating.
Yeah. And then they just like
disappear.
I think that's the worst, because then if something happens, what are you gonna like crawl back to your friends later
Yeah.
on? Like, I think that's really sad.
But don't you think it happens to everyone? At least a bit.
I think in the beginning it happens a little
Yeah.
bit, because you're in that bubble. You just want to be, you're
I know.
obsessed with that person in the beginning. Like, you just want to like be together all the time. But at the same time, I think you need to like check up on yourself sometimes. Like, oh, okay, I need to stop hanging out with him for a bit and be with friends. And like, because I think if you make a person your whole identity and your whole world, it's not going to end well.
Exactly. And if you need support, eventually you're going to be so alone, because
Yeah.
you let everyone fade away from your life because
Yeah.
you are so obsessed with that person. So yeah, you should keep friends near. But I think it's very common in the beginning for people, when they meet each other and start having a relationship, you spend so much time together. So of course you're taking away time from
Yeah. I
your
think
friend
that's
group.
super normal.
But it's just that month, like that bubble, how you were
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
It will fade away. Like, you understand, if you have long-term relationships like we do, you understand the importance of friends.
Yeah.
And how you need, sometimes you're like tired of just being the
Yeah.
two of you, and
Yeah.
you need
And
to
it's good, like,
socialize.
you go do your thing, I go do my thing. I come back, I tell you all about my friends.
Yeah.
You tell me all about your friends. Like, I don't know, we have news. we have new stuff to talk. Because if you're always together, like, what do you talk about? Like, all the time, you know?
Yeah,
I think it's
see.
good to like a fresh breath.
Refresh.
And it's good to miss someone.
Yeah.
It's good to feel like that you miss someone. I think
Yeah,
so.
sometimes those times when you're away, you realize how much you
like
need
them.
that
Yeah,
person.
and how much you like to hang out with them. I think that's good.
And that also reminds me of another subject related to friendship that I wanted to talk about. It was like different types of friendship. Because I realized this. I was talking with my boyfriend actually, and we are talking about friendship. I don't know why. We discussed like 2 or 3 hours, I think, last month about friendship.
Yeah.
I don't know. We had this deep conversation. And he told me something that kind of woke me, which was that friendships are like an exchange of not the goods, but like it's like any other deal you have in life. So you give something to receive something back. So if you think of it like that, like an exchange, you don't get your feelings hurt as much because you're not, I think you get the feelings hurt in friendship because you're always like, have expectations. It's like, oh, I give you all this, you give me nothing back, or I expected you to have this attitude and you have that. But if you take the weight off and you feel like it's just an exchange, like your friends don't need to be perfect. You just need to, like, I like this friend to hang out like this, and then I have that friend where I like to talk about that, and it's an exchange. You don't need each single friend to be perfect
to fulfill all of the
you.
gaps that you have. I think so. I think like there are friends that you might have that you can do anything with them,
like the soulmate kind we were talking about. It might happen.
That's amazing. But then there are others that sometimes maybe like the best thing you can do is like maybe go out and like to the club with them, drink, and like I don't know, and that's it. That's as like deep as it can get. And I think that all of them fulfill
a different
part of you.
And it's okay if you embrace that. Like, for example, you're talking about clubs. My best friend that we were talking about, that is my friend since high school, like super bestie. I know she's not the one to go club with me.
And
I
that's
just know, and it's something that I accept. If I get mad because she doesn't like that part of me, it would just move on into chaos, and it will like stop a relationship of years. I just need to accept that's not who she is. That's my need. So I have maybe some friends that are just like more club friends and more like adventure friends. She's not very adventurous, but she's the one where I will confine like my deepest thoughts. So each friend has a different goal and a different meaning in your life, and don't be too obsessed on making like one perfect friend. It can happen. Good for you if it does. If it doesn't, just take the weight off and don't ask for more than people can give.
Sometimes you think that you have a friend that it's only for club, but sometimes you can like ask them to go for brunch on Sunday, and you might realize that it's because sometimes you might feel that a friend is only for that, but maybe you didn't try to do anything else. That could be it as well. What about friend zone?
Oh, friend zone.
Have you ever friend zoned anyone?
I think so.
You think so? Yeah, I think so too.
I never had to have
the conversation.
Yeah, but I think it just starts acting different, and I know it's hard. I would rather, when that happened, people come to me and say like, this is what I'm feeling, and I get to give a response. But unfortunately, that's usually not what happens. So either the person starts trying to move towards like the touchiness, more flirtiness, and you start like setting back, or they just start thinking that they have feelings for you, and they are the ones who start like distancing. So I think either of these two are not ideal.
No,
I would prefer, but a lot of people don't have the courage to
tell. I think it's really sad because sometimes you lose very good friendships like that.
I think I lost some friends like that.
Me too. But it is what it is.
And have you ever been put into friend zone?
I don't think so.
Oh, I have.
You have?
Yeah, my first crush ever is like a friend, and I was putting some friends on real quick.
Really quick. Real quick.
I was so happy, like my first crush, and he was like, "Sorry, no." Oh, but I was like, I told him.
You told him.
Yeah, so I think that's important because it's also easier for you to move on because you have a
Yeah,
reply
that's the
there.
thing.
You're like, of course, gonna suffer a little bit, but you have the no, so you can now start like looking other ways.
Yeah.
I think it's healthier than being stuck into the he likes me not, maybe he keeps being touchy, but that's what I hate. Like, don't give illusions. But sometimes, like we were saying, you can be clueless. Sometimes it's hard to. So
that's true.
Just speak your mind. I think it's easier. He might even like change his perspective.
That's the thing as well. Like,
Never heard
you
of
never
it,
know.
but
Yeah.
it might happen to someone.
Might happen. Yeah. you might be the lucky one.
You might be the lucky one. Like, never thought of you that way, but now that you mention,
Yeah.
you're kind of hot.
Yeah.
It might happen. Who knows?
It might happen. It might happen. That's true. Yeah.
Okay, should we read some of your stories?
Yeah.
Maybe something about friend zoning there. Who
Let's
knows?
see. Do you want to read yours first?
Oh, you decide.
Yeah, go first. Go first.
So this girl says, my mom was super strict with me and wouldn't let me do anything. Oh, I had friends like this before. It's tough when the parents are too strict. So I started sneaking out with my boyfriend, and my best friend knew and supported me in the situation. One day, she just stopped answering me and went to tell everything to my mother because, in commas, I deserve to be educated. Wow. The toxic... I just don't understand how friendships get to this.
That's disgusting behavior.
It is.
You deserve to be educated. How old are you? 60?
Exactly. 60.
What? You
need
deserve
to
to
be
be
educated.
That's just jealousy. She
Right?
probably didn't have a boyfriend and you had.
How did it come to this? And he was your bestie. How you
Yeah.
never felt like the toxic trait in her until this point? Do people are like really two-faced?
I think in that case, it's probably the thing that I was saying. She probably feels that maybe she hangs out less with her now that she has a boyfriend, whatever. I don't know. Like, why would you do that?
You need to be really toxic.
You
to
need
go
to be
do
so
something
toxic.
Like this.
And aren't you scared that you're going to lose your friend? Like, is that worth it? You know?
Exactly.
I don't
my
understand.
God.
Like, I hope you're not friends with this girl anymore.
I know. Hope so.
Because this is really bad.
Imagine. All right, next one. I was in a friendship group when I was 13, and they made a code name to chat shit about me. Oh my God. So they have like a code name so they can talk shit about her in front of her.
I had that.
No way.
Yeah. Now I remember that. See, I need people to talk about stuff to remember about stuff. So
No, you had like a code about you?
I had that. So
Oh my.
I was in like what? 8th grade or 7th grade. So I was never like a popular girl, but I was never like also like not popular. I think I was one of the, in the middle. Like
Stay in the middle, okay.
Yeah. But there was like this big group of popular girls in my class, and one of the girls liked this guy, but the guy liked me.
Okay.
So they hated me because he liked me.
But you thought they were your friends?
Yeah, they were friends. I feel like at the time everyone in the class went along well. So I would consider them my friends. I wouldn't consider them my enemies. But since they knew that he liked me, and then Facebook was a thing at the time. They would talk about me in the comments, like on, when you had like your mural, and they would mention me like
on yours? On your page?
on their page.
On their page.
But like it was for everyone to read there, you know?
Yeah.
And they were talking like, oh, did you see what? And then they had a nickname for me.
Oh
Did
my
today in
God.
class? Ha ha ha, she's so stupid, blah blah. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I was like, what the hell? Like, but thank God I never let that bring me down. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could see like
It's
right through
jealousy.
it, you know. I could see like this is so childish. It's like, are you really gonna be mad because a boy likes me and not you? Yeah,
And of course, like the girl is 13 and you're saying like
yeah. It
more or
was
less the same age.
seventh grade.
Because if it was like older than this, it would be so chaotic. I would be so shocked.
So shocked.
Like getting a code,
Name for you?
it's obviously very childish.
Yeah.
And she says here that when she found out, she got bullied out of the group. So what the hell? Like they are talking shit about you and you're the
then,
one bullied
yeah.
out. Crazy. People can be very mean. And kids.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
you're savage.
Okay, so I have a very, very, very juicy one.
Okay.
So, my ex best friend had her first sex with my crush at my home party in the bed of my parents. Just imagine.
Did she know that he was your crush?
I think so.
Oh my god.
So many things are wrong here.
Savage.
So many
Savage.
things are wrong.
Yeah.
I think it's all about communication, but that can happen a lot. Like we were talking about sharing the same passion, but it can be like the same passion for the same person.
Guy,
It can
yeah.
be the same crush. I think it all can work out if you're honest about it and you speak, because
Yeah.
just like a job opportunity that like we're talking about is the same with a crush. If you share the same crush, you can still be friends. Just
Yeah,
be
for
super
sure.
open about it and see who he picks, because you can't force him to like someone or him or her. But you should be honest. I think
Yeah.
the backstabbing thing of saying, there's a lot of people here saying stuff like, my bestie told me he was like a woman to her and now she's like with him, stuff like that. And that all because of lack
I
of
do think that
communication.
there's a thing for some girls to like that guy just because you like him.
To steal,
Yeah,
that's so toxic.
that's so toxic.
If you like something just because you want to take it from the other
Yeah.
person, no matter what it is,
Yeah.
is very toxic.
Very toxic.
All right, have a last one before you read some. So this is more of a topic, not of a story. A sensitive topic, she says, cutting out people you grew up with because you've outgrown them.
That's sensitive.
That's sensitive. So I struggle with the word outgrown because I give it like a negative vibe. I don't think it's good to talk like you
think
outgrown someone.
It's almost as you evolved and they didn't, so you're superior now.
Yeah, I think that's what I struggle. I don't like the concept of you
Yeah.
being superior. I think it's only natural that you grew up differently from your friend and
Yeah.
now you don't relate anymore. Maybe it was your friend from first, second, eighth grade.
Yeah.
And now you're like have totally different interests. You have different lives. It's not like you're superior. I think the outgrown is the word where I'm not
Yeah.
like accepting much.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Because it almost implies that you grew and they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which everyone is different. I think you shouldn't think of people like that. Maybe just it's super normal if you feel you don't relate to them anymore. And yeah, you should, or eventually just fade away with time, like let the relationship die with time, or have the conversation
Yeah.
saying, I know you want to keep hanging out, but I feel we don't have the same interests anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you should pursue this.
Yeah. I feel like that happens a lot when, for instance, you move out of your hometown, you have a whole life for like
Outside.
years, then you come back and then this friend that you left is doing the same thing, same job,
Yeah.
same still living with the parents, like same girlfriend. So I feel like in those cases, maybe you can feel that you came back and then he's having the same conversations that you were having like
Yeah.
before. But it can be a good thing.
It can keep
Can
you
be like
grounded.
familiar. Yeah.
Because I feel the bad concept here is thinking you're better because you had such experiences.
Yeah.
Because it happens like we have the opportunity now to travel all the time and to meet a lot of different people. And it's easy to come back sometimes and feel like, oh my God, it's like it's people from this small town and I
Yeah.
have all this experience, all these people.
Yeah.
But that people you meet in these places and those experiences, they don't make you
better.
you or better,
No,
or maybe it's even relationships that are just like super superficial,
Yeah.
and when you need the support is maybe that girl from your
Yeah, from the
hometown that's
beginning.
gonna be there
Yeah.
for you. But yeah, it's up to you if you want to keep the relationship or not, but I would just not think that I'm superior. I think
No,
just keep
I don't think
keep
so.
humble.
Yeah, I think so too.
Do you want to read some?
Yes. Let's see if any of you guys sent me as juicy stuff. Ooh, there's a girl here that sent, "This is not about me, this is off topic, but please talk about people who are only friends with you because you let them suck away your energy."
Yeah. Some relationships, I don't know if it's friendships. I don't think I would call it friendships. There are some relationships that are like one way.
Uh-huh.
You know, like this friend who really wants to just talk about him
Yeah.
all the time.
Uh-huh.
In that case, I think if it doesn't, once again, it's an exchange. If you're not getting anything from it,
Yeah.
I don't think you should
Like,
be
are we
fitting the
here?
relationship.
Am I here to just hear you talk about yourself? Are you not gonna ask
Exactly.
about me? I think it's such a red flag when a friend doesn't ask about you.
Exactly.
You know?
I think so too. And yeah, you should be aware of that, because sometimes you want to be nice,
Mm-hmm.
and you keep feeding on these relationships. And yeah, it's another type of toxic relationship in a way.
It is. It's not even considered a friendship.
Yeah,
I don't
they
think
are
so.
draining your energy. They just want to talk. They just want to
Get
heard.
something from you.
Exactly.
Maybe they know that you have something that they want. Maybe they just want to get like recognition from you. I don't know. Maybe
Can
you're
be.
like the cool friend. Maybe they just want to hang out with you to be cool. I don't know.
Another type of toxic friendship, I think, is the friends that only call you when you're down. Like, you know?
I know.
You know.
I know.
And
When they
like,
get happy because you're down.
yeah,
you know?
they feed from your
Misery.
They're like, oh
misery
my God,
wants company.
babe, what happened? Tell me all about it. Oh, that's so bad. But when you achieve something, they are not happy.
They're
for
not.
you.
Yeah,
can
they
see in
don't
their eyes, they're
congratulate
just
you.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's such a red flag.
It is, but sometimes it's hard for you to tell because they seem at first the ones that are like closest to you because they are there for you when you have a bad time. But you need to be aware of the people when you get something good and you share.
And you share if they're not
just
happy.
see reactions. They should be there for you when you're good as well. When you're at your best.
I think so too. I do think that like usually those are people that are super like depressed in life. I think so.
It is. So they kind of want you to be on the same page.
So I do think that it's hard. Like if you're having a depressive episode in your life, if you're not in a good era of your life, I do understand how it's hard to be happy for someone else. Maybe you're like, oh, like, why am I not like having good stuff? If you see yourself doing this, just think that good things will come to you too. Like, and it's not because there's this saying that it's not because you dim other people's light that your light is gonna shine brighter. So yeah, always keep that in mind.
It's not like a balance. It's not like if that person goes down, you go up. So you shouldn't feel that way.
When you finish hanging out with someone, see how your energy feels. I think that sometimes if you analyze your energy and how you feel, it can tell a lot. Yeah.
Also, I feel that with friendships, because since I have the social anxiety thing and I'm a little like an introvert, I feel the goal in a friendship is eventually not feel like your battery is drained. Like your social battery. If you feel that after hanging out with a friend, in the beginning it's more common because you're like tense, you don't know that person very well. But after, I don't know, like 6 months, 1 year, if you still feel drained after hanging out with that friend, is because you're making an effort to talk, you're making an effort to connect, and maybe
like,
the connection is not there.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not being yourself.
Yeah.
And if a lot of time has passed, maybe it's not worth pursuing. It's like an effort to you.
I agree.
Should be natural.
My friends went on a girls' trip without me, and I didn't find out until they posted on Instagram.
That's even worse than having a separate friend group.
Oh my God, imagine.
I feel very betrayed.
I would feel so sad because traveling is my favorite thing to do in the world.
Same.
And I'm always like, you want to travel? Please come with me. Like
Same.
every time that my friends say they want to go somewhere, I'm like, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's book it because I want to go. So if you went without me, I would be so sad.
Same. And if you confront, they'll probably have excuses. And I hate that. When the excuses are like, oh, but I knew you were busy, or I knew you probably didn't want to come. I know you're like have this other trip booked and you probably didn't want to spend more money. Like, don't assume things. Just ask me. Just ask me.
Exactly.
Even if I say no, it's just
it's
the
good to
right
be
thing.
invited.
The right thing is to invite.
It's always good to be invited and to be included. Okay, guys, this is a wrap. Thank you so much for sending us your juicy stories. They were very, very juicy. And I think we're going to wrap up this episode with some games.
Some games. Let's play some games.
Play some games.
All right, so we have something in our hands. So the ones who are watching the video already know what's coming. It's never have I ever.
I love this game.
Me too. And with friendships, I'm a little scared.
I
so
know.
hit us up.
Okay. Never have I ever secretly read my friends' text messages without their knowledge.
I have.
You have?
I think so, because we are always shooting and stuff are popping up on your phone. So I accidentally read everything.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it wasn't like on purpose.
Oh, yeah, on purpose. No.
Yeah. Okay. Never have I ever lied to cover up for a friend's mistake.
Oh, I need to think a little bit. Lie to cover up a friend's mistake.
I think I probably have.
Oh, I have to. I just remember now. Yeah, but like white lies.
Yeah, white lies. Yeah.
Like the thing, like, oh, my parents want me to know, or whatever.
Yeah.
Just help
I have
a friend
this
out.
friend that every time that she would meet guys, she would tell her parents that she was with me.
You were that friend.
I
who
was
like,
always the excuse, you know?
unless
like,
the parents don't call you, it's okay.
Actually, they never call me. But like,
Thank
imagine,
God.
I would be like, please let me know, because imagine if
Yeah.
one day they text me or something. Yeah.
Exactly. And if something happens, you're like
Yeah.
an accomplice.
Never have I ever intentionally ignored or ghosted a friend's call or messages.
I
I have to. But it's like sometimes you don't have the mindset to reply.
It's true. And sometimes it's like we were talking about friends who it doesn't like really fit you anymore. You don't find it like, and sometimes you need to do these steps to eventually distance yourself.
Yeah.
So whenever I had friends that were very needy, I walked away a little bit from the friendship because I thought it wasn't a perfect match. So that comes with it.
But
it's
sometimes
bad.
I just ignore a message, like, as in, I will reply later.
Oh, that I do all the time.
But then sometimes I forget. And then it's like,
True.
yeah.
And then after like 2 months, you're like,
Hi.
sorry, I don't know why I left this unread, but like, I want to hang out.
Still love you.
Still love you.
Okay. Never have I ever intentionally excluded a friend from a social event.
Like a birthday party, not inviting someone.
Yeah.
Right. I think I have.
Yeah, me too.
It can be those cases where
You feel like
think
it's
that
not going to
person is not going to fit in.
fit in. Yeah.
Although it's not very correct to do that, but I can't
Yeah.
say I never done it.
Awkward.
Awkward moment.
Never have I ever intentionally started a fight or argument with a friend for my own entertainment. I never.
I never, but I think it must be fun. Imagine.
I think
I want to start
I
fight.
think you're someone that was like, I want to like discuss. Because
Let's
you like
debate.
to discuss
I
stuff.
love
yeah.
it.
So I think
love
so.
it. But it can be about like lightweight stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think I
exactly.
would do it
Not like
for like
heavy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, it's your turn.
but it's a funny mental trait. Okay, this is easy. Never have I ever borrowed something from a friend and accidentally damaged or lost it without replacing it. Oh, I have.
I think I have too.
Like hair clips or hair
oh my god,
bands
hair
are like.
clips. I have yours, I think.
I think hair bands is that thing that I hate to be asked for, because I know from personal experience that if you borrow an elastic band, it's not borrowing. It's never borrowing. It's like it's gone.
It's like I'm gonna keep them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's like an elastic band, so you're gonna lose it eventually, and you never remind yourself to deliver it again. But yeah, they just fade away. I buy like 50, and then
same.
they're gone.
Same. It's so annoying.
Never have I ever intentionally posted an unflattering picture of a friend on social media without their consent. I'll say I will never. I will never, because it says intentionally.
Yeah.
But I would never.
Yeah.
But sometimes
But it can
happens.
happen that you think they look good.
Exactly.
And then they're like, I think it has happened with us.
Yeah. Because we usually always ask.
Mm-hmm.
But
sometimes we don't reply right away, and you have to post or something. Yeah.
Sometimes it's like one of us is away at a dinner party, or like I'm at practice, and then it's like so many hours that you just post. Sometimes the story is not that damaging, but when the other one sees it, like, oh no, fuck, I look terrible.
I have a double chin.
It happens sometimes,
but it's never that bad.
Yeah,
no.
bad. Never have I ever pretended not to know a friend in public to avoid awkward encounter.
I have.
Oh my god, it's so awkward when you see someone that you're only used to seeing in a certain situation, and you see the person.
Or like you don't see them for years now. And then you see them like what are you gonna say? Yeah. Like, hi.
I hate it.
Yeah, I hate it too.
And I hate it especially when there's, I don't know, someone you used to see at work or at the gym, and then you see at the supermarket.
And it's always like when you look like shit and you're with your family and you don't want to like stop. Yeah,
it's so cringe, so awkward.
Bad.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
I don't like it either.
What else? I think this is the last one. Are you ready?
Ready.
Never have I ever accidentally sent a text about a friend to that same friend. That's one of my biggest fears.
And like with screenshots. Imagine
if people know you take screenshots.
I have messed up with text messages before, so I'm gonna go with I have.
I don't remember. I don't know if it's like a no for sure, but nothing comes to mind. But yeah, it can be hard. It can be hard, and sometimes it's not even anything harmful. It's not like. Just imagine me commenting with my boyfriend like, oh, she declined the date again, or I don't know, something about like a friend or family saying, once again, my dad being like this. Send to your dad. It's not, maybe it's something like it's not harmful at all.
Yeah.
Something like from a trait, but you're just letting.
I am always like scared when I talk to my parents on the phone, for instance, and when they say okay bye, I always want to hang up really quickly, because I know if I stay there it's gonna be like, oh, she blah blah blah, she blah blah blah. And I'm
you're
always
afraid of the other side.
It's
like messy ground.
Yeah, it is.
So that's all for all.
Wow, this is a big episode, wasn't it? I feel like we've been talking for hours.
It felt like minutes.
Yeah, I feel like we need to do a second one of this one.
Yeah, because honestly, thank you guys for everything that you sent, and we read like 20% of what you guys sent. So sorry to everyone that the story wasn't told today, but hopefully we can make friendship part 2.
Yeah. And hopefully you can send us your stories soon.
Yeah, keep sending our stories. If your story hasn't made it to the podcast yet, it's going to be soon, I promise. Yeah. Keep sending your stories about all the themes, and we'll try to make all the stories come to life here.
Okay,
yeah, pink ball time.
Pink ball time. Is it me today?
I don't know, it can be.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
Me too. I don't even remember the themes anymore.
I'm going to go for this. I have the one.
Are you feeling that one? Are you sure
I'm not
about that
sure
one?
about this one. But I'm gonna go with it anyways. Travel.
Oh, I love it. I love
I
traveling.
love traveling too.
We've been talking a bit during different episodes about travel, so now we're gonna have a fully dedicated.
Wow.
We can talk about
How we pack,
how we pack.
how we unpack.
There's a lot of things
Yeah.
related to travel, and you guys can feed us stories about your crazy traveling experiences.
Guys, I'll
All
see you on
right.
episode 14. Thank
Bye.
you for watching.
See you next Monday.
Bye. Estava tipo aberto, não se vê?
Até porque eu disse we all have that and I don't have that. Agora que eu tô a pensar.
Ok.
Não sei o que é que eu disse. Okay.
Ok.
Combine all your friend groups and you have everybody there. Everybody there. Everybody dead. You have everybody
Gone. Kill them.
who has recover. É só mais. Eu não consigo controlar.
Okay, that's the
Which is. Pera, eu esqueci um fuck.
That was quick. Tava aí, foi só.
Calma. Qual era esta?